So after using the iPhone 17 for a bit, I've realized one thing. This year you don't need a Pro or Pro Max. Apple's vanilla iPhone has finally grown up. Same 120Hz display as the Pro's, improved cameras, solid battery life and that tough but compact build. Basically, it's the most sensible iPhone in 2025. But here's the fun part. The iPhone 17 costs 82,900 rupees. Meanwhile, last year's iPhone 16 recently dropped to just 51,999 rupees on Flipkart's sale. Crazy, right? But sales don't last forever. And once the price goes up, the decision of choosing iPhone 17 or iPhone 16 becomes a little tricky. So, if you want a compact iPhone with all the essentials, which one should you go for? The cheaper iPhone 16 or the newer iPhone 17? And more importantly, what do you actually gain if you choose the iPhone 17? Well, let me tell you. Let's start with the design and feel. Both phones carry that familiar iPhone look. They have an aluminum frame, 2 cameras on the back, ceramic shield protection, IP68 rating and more. But the iPhone 17 adds ceramic shield 2 on the front versus just ceramic shield on iPhone 16. A small but satisfying upgrade for durability freaks like me. In-hand feel is exactly the same. They both feel premium, they both feel clean and they both are compact. But if we talk about numbers, the iPhone 17 is just a tad thicker and heavier. But you won't feel any difference unless you know about it. Both phones come in minimal finish. I have the iPhone 17 in sage color and the iPhone 16 in ultramarine. Honestly, I love both these colors and in fact all the colors these iPhones come in. I don't know about you, but I kind of like thinking of phone colors like coffee. Some days you want a latte, some days an espresso. Both have options, it's just about your moods. Anyway, colors don't matter at the end of the day because we all trust back covers more than Apple's durability. It is what it is. Now the display, and boy, the iPhone 17's display. This 6.3-inch LTPO OLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate, it's like Apple finally let the iPhone stretch its legs. Everything feels smooth, alive and responsive. You scroll through Instagram, flick through photos, swipe through messages, it all just feels slick. Now the iPhone 16, it is still gorgeous. You get to see vivid colors, deep blacks, but once you have seen 120Hz in action, that old 60Hz panel suddenly feels like you're watching a film in slow motion. Apple has also improved the brightness on the iPhone 17, but still I think under harsh light we need an even brighter display. Performance wise, the iPhone 17's A19 chip is crazy powerful. I am talking daily tasks, editing videos and even a bit of gaming. According to our test, the iPhone 17 beats the Galaxy S25, the Pixel 10 and of course the iPhone 16. But in real life what matters is that you don't feel the lag on either of these phones. Both phones are consistent. The iPhone 16 with A18 is no slouch either. It handles everything you throw at it. But the iPhone 17 just feels more loaded. Software as always is a playground. iOS 26 brings liquid glass interface, Apple Intelligence refinements, image playground and all the fun stuff to both of these phones. Honestly, there's nothing much to compare here as you get all the new features on both of these phones. Cameras are where Apple makes people debate endlessly. The iPhone 17 upgraded the main camera to 48MP fusion sensor and a better 48MP ultra-wide lens over the iPhone 16. If you put the pictures of the iPhone 17 and iPhone 16 side by side, the difference is not too apparent. However, if you look pretty closely, you will notice some difference that sets the two apart. The details, highlights, shadows all are pretty much the same, but where I actually could see some minor difference was with the colors. iPhone 17's pictures are slightly more colorful and vibrant. But again, the difference is not that major. Again, with ultra-wide shots, you won't see too much difference unless you are nitpicking, which I did. The iPhone 17 does have deeper tones and manages lights and details better than the previous generation iPhone 16. And lastly, you will see a similar story with the portraits too. The edge detection and blur is pretty close. However, the colors are a little different. And lastly, one of the most important parameters for iPhones, battery. The iPhone 17 stretches a little longer thanks to its optimization and a slightly bigger battery. We recorded roughly a continuous 22 hours of screen time in a video loop test. So you can expect a continuous 6 to 7 hours of screen time on moderate use on the iPhone 17. Whereas the iPhone 16 is not bad either, about 18 hours on video loop and a continuous 5 to 6 hours of daily screen time on moderate use on the iPhone 16. Cut short, unless you're constantly pushing both these phones, either will get you through the day. So, what's the final thought? Well, I think the iPhone 17 is the phone for the person who wants to feel like they are getting the full Apple experience. The pro feel without paying pro money. It is future-proof, polished, compact and smooth. On the other hand, the iPhone 16 is one of the smart bargain hunter. Same pocket-friendly design, solid cameras, good performance, but at almost 30,000 rupees cheaper. A phone that says I'll keep up with most of what you need and I won't break the bank. Personally, after a week with the iPhone 17, I can say Apple finally made the vanilla iPhone feel like the right choice. Small, smart and satisfying. But hey, the iPhone 16, it's still a secret hero for anyone who loves a good bargain.